So it's time once again to complain about Microsoft. And specifically today, I'm complaining about Office and some of the security stuff that has been put in recently. And I don't know, some of it is Windows, some of it seems to be Microsoft Office. And very specifically, I'm talking about Excel because I use Excel a lot for work. And they have just made it really tough to open files that have any sort of macro enabled features, which, maybe you aren't super familiar with, but there is certainly a pathway there for people to write viruses or other malicious software that uses the macro features in Excel. But I often use files that I've made that have macros, and I don't usually randomly download stuff from the internet, but I do sometimes have my files on a server that is on the internet that I then download from. And so my Windows computer treats those like they're random files from the internet. I also sometimes have Excel files that are located on my home server, which is on a private network that nobody has access to except me. And again, Windows sometimes also treats those files as if they are from who knows where, which, okay, sort of okay, except for how do you get access to them? So, got my Windows laptop here. So, I've got here a little example file just to show you kind of what this looks like. So, this file, if I double click it and open it, okay, so it's opened into protected view. Now, just keep in mind, this is a file that I myself constructed. I can see I'm underlit because the screen on my laptop's right below me, so I apologize. It looks. But this is a file that I built, but it doesn't know that. It just knows, hey, you downloaded this from the internet, because I did. I downloaded this from the website that I control. So if I enable editing, formerly, that's all it took. I can just do this, enable macros, and the thing worked. But now it's just totally blocked. Okay, I can't do anything within Excel to make this file work. Right? And you can go to the Learn More tab and it'll take you to a website where it tries to explain that. Okay, so here's the new process. And again, this has only been like this for the past, I don't know, 6 months, a year. I don't know, maybe it's been longer. I didn't track the dates, but it hasn't been like this for very long. But this is the new process. So I got to go to the file and right click it. And I go into properties, and it didn't even pop up that time. So I got to apparently hold my tongue right. All right, so there we go. Down at the bottom, it says this file came from another computer and might be blocked to help protect your computer. And so I say unblock and apply and hit OK. And now when I open it, macros have been enabled and now I can access the file. Okay, great. But here's the problem with this. It didn't used to be like this. There is no way within the program itself to make this work. Like, they didn't give me settings within the software to allow this. It's at the operating system level, apparently, which to me is kind of dumb because it's like I'm trying to open the thing in Excel and have to go back and go somewhere else to enable it. And this isn't even the only block that's in there, because Excel and Office have their own like security features. And so let me show you what all this stuff looks like. So if you're in Excel or any other Office program, if you go up to File, in the options, there is a whole trust center that, again, it's very fuzzy whether this is Microsoft Excel only, whether it's Office, or whether it's integrated with Windows as a whole. Like, there's so much overlap and lack of clarity about what security problem am I running into, because I can't do stuff in the Trust Center that will enable me to just open my files. So if I go in here, you'll see all this crap, right? Trusted publishers, trusted location, trusted documents, trusted add-in catalogs, ActiveX, macro settings, protected view, all this crap. And it's not clear what all this does whenever you've got a file blocked. The one that I just showed you, I already knew how to deal with that one. But like, one way to deal with this stuff, because like I said, I run into a problem sometimes where, okay, that file was downloaded from the internet. Fair enough. Windows and Office don't know where it came from. But what about stuff on my own private network, right? That's not on my computer, but it is on my home server. And I actually have a drive mapped to like an SMB share. So in here, you'll see that I have this trusted location mapped with my SMB share. And so I know that it seems nitpicky, but here's what's stupid about this. I have named my home server Alexandria, and I've given it a DNS entry on my local host or whatever. I'm not sure exact terminology, right? But it's got a name. It's not just an IP address. The reason I did that is because I used to just have the IP address because I just connect to it locally, added it as a map drive, and it was just the IP address because why do I need to build a DNS record for it? But Windows won't let you do that. That little setting that popped up that you would allow a file to be accessed, and in Excel adding a trusted location so that it treated that as if it was my own computer and didn't block files on my network drive, that doesn't work if the network drive only has an IP address, if it doesn't have a DNS record, which is dumb because if I give it a DNS record, that doesn't change where the file is. It doesn't mitigate any of the security features. It's just now the location has a name, and all of a sudden you can add it as a trusted location. But again, it's in the exact same place. And so that took me like a couple hours of research to figure out why it wouldn't let me do this, because I kept on running into files I had built that I didn't store on my laptop because I wanted access to them on my desktop or my laptop or remotely whenever I'm off working somewhere on my own little cloud drive that I have. But I couldn't access the files even if I VPN'd back home because it was mapped as an IP address and it's got to have a DNS name or else whatever. So one step further with this problem. So now I've given my home server a DNS record so that I can add it as a trusted location so it doesn't automatically block me from opening my own files, right? Okay. That gets reset every time Windows restarts. And I have not been yet able to figure out why. But it loses the drive mapping somehow, and this goes into, again, more security features that are just preventing me from doing anything. So here's the problem. I've got this network drive now, and I've got it added as an SMB share. I'm the only person that has access to it, so I don't have a username or password. It's just guest access. That way, any computer on the network, which is, again, just my home network, can access it, because why should I have to log in? It's just me. Windows does not apparently like that, and it takes a bit to get it set up as a guest connection without a password. And for some reason, that credential will not stay. It's not persistent. And I've now had to reset and remap that drive like twice in the past week or so because they push an update. I have to update my Windows, and then the credential doesn't work anymore because it has to restart Windows. And it's not just that. My Microsoft Surface, for some stupid reason, sometimes when it's plugged in, won't charge the battery. And again, it's old, so it could be something else. But it tries to be super power efficient. And at some point, it seems to go to sleep and not re-enable charging, even though it's plugged in, and the battery died. Well, then it restarted and the credential is lost. And so I have to remap the network drive and rebuild it. And I can't just do it regularly because, again, since it's guest and it doesn't use a password, it doesn't like that. So I got to go through the command line to get it set up. And it's just stupid. Here's the dumb part. It's not because it can't access the drive anymore. If I actually go into Explorer, and unfortunately I can't show this to you because right now it's working and I have to restart the computer just to show you how it breaks, and I really don't want to have to deal with that again. But if I just type in directly the address to the folder, it just goes to it and it just works. It's literally something within it needs a credential for Explorer to maintain the mapping, or something in the background of Windows to maintain the drive mapping. But it has nothing to do with whether it can access it. So what happens is it will say, you need to enter a password. Well, there is no password. I just hit enter. It says invalid password. But then if I just type in the direct address, it works. So uh, like, I wish Excel were not so good. I wish that LibreOffice Calc was a complete and total replacement, but it's just not. LibreOffice Calc doesn't have the ability to do macros and stuff. And so some of the things that I can do in Excel, I still can't do in LibreOffice. I'd have to redo stuff because, again, I think it has its own scripting, but it's not the same scripting. So it's not completely portable. Because man, it has just been so stupid. And this has really ticked me off the past couple weeks because it's been repeatedly since I think like the Windows 11 H2, update, or maybe it's some of the new stuff with Excel in Office. But holy crap, has it been frustrating. It's a whole different thing with work because work's locked down all my computers at work that like I can't open macros at all at work. I have to literally bring my own laptop to open files that I built, 3, 4 years ago on the computer at work because I used to be able to do this stuff and now I can't. But yeah, all in the name of security, man. It sure is secure, but gosh, it sure would be nice to just get work done too. So anyway, that's just a short rant, not as short as I wanted it to be. But hey, if you watch this, I really do appreciate your time because you didn't have to put yourself through this. Anyway, that's all. If you got comments, feel free to leave them down below. Thanks.